How are we doing, guys? LUFC, QPR 1, Leeds 0, match review of the game. So I'm going to start with the positives of today's game. Okay, so that's that out of the way. Let's go on with the review itself. What a mess this is at the minute, guys. This is an absolute mess. You know, you've got your defence making mistakes, midfield not controlling games, forwards missing chances. It's the perfect hat-trick of problems at the minute for us. You know, let's be honest now, we are in a bad situation. A terrible situation. You can talk about the table all we want, there's hardly any gap there now. You know, there's hardly any gap. Nothing. It could be gone in a week. It could be gone before we even play our next game, potentially. You know, it's a big problem now. If our problems weren't big before this QPR game, they are now absolutely massive afterwards. You know, we've got our star player, a key player in this team, one of the 3 players we can't do without at the minute. You know, with the lack of depth we've got. KP's out for 3 games now, suspended. And we've got some massive games in that spell. Patrick Bamford is totally out of form at the minute. You know, he's lacking confidence in terms of finishing, but he is our only option up top. We have to go into this January transfer window now, no doubt about it. The depth is not good enough. Conor's mentioned it for the last 2 years, but today has been the absolute peak of it. Look at that bench today. 5 players, kind of under 22, hardly ever played a game for us. You know, that's not good enough. That's not good enough for Leeds United. We're trying to get out of the top 2. It's not fair on the players themselves that they're getting just thrown in at the deep end, thrown in at the deep end, thrown in at the deep end. You know, it's not fair on the players themselves. You know, Jordan Stevens, look at Jordan Stevens. You know, last 3 times he's come on with 5 or 6 minutes to go. The game's been gone, and he's been thrown on to try and make an impact. It's no good for his confidence, that. It's no good for his confidence, and that's not me blaming Bielsa as such. I'm just saying that the depth has to improve. This is where Victor also has to really step up now in January and make the right signings, sort this problem out. Yes, we've had bad luck with injuries. I've said it all season. We've had bad luck with injuries. We had bad luck with injuries last season. But at the end of the day, you know, we've got to react to that now. We can't just start feeling sorry for ourselves and say, oh, it's a shame Forshaw and Roberts are out. We've got to do something about that now. The midfield is a massive problem for us. A massive problem for us. You know, for 60, 70 minutes of that game today, we just let the game pass us by. Click and Hernandez have been pretty invisible, to be fair, in the game. Against QPR as well, an average QPR team. You know, let's be honest, QPR were average today. You know, they started the game quite well, looked quite good going forward, but second half they were very average. And we did nothing to make ourselves look any better than them for me. Certainly for most of the game, I didn't feel we looked any better than them. Yeah, you can talk about the stats, we had this possession, we had little chances here and there, but over the 90 minutes, there's no way we look considerably better than them. And that's what we've got to be aiming for. You know, if you want to get up into the top 2, you can't just keep saying, oh, we're not going to play well every week. Eventually, you've got to start saying the fundamentals aren't right here. It's week after week after week now where we've not looked particularly great. Yes, we look good in the second half against West Brom. It's a one-off. It's been a one-off since Christmas. Yeah, let's be honest now. Let's be totally honest here. Since Christmas, it's been a one-off where we've actually played well. Preston were absolutely diabolical for 60 minutes of the game. Birmingham, we somehow got away with the win. We got a 90+6 minute winner in which their defenders managed to just smash the ball into the back of his own net. Yes, we won the game, but let's be honest about that. Let's be totally honest about that. You know, did that really show we were a particularly good team? It showed we had a good mentality, but it wasn't a lot to sort of take from that for me. Yes, it was a nice 3 points, but it didn't really show me anything in terms of us being a good team. Sheffield Wednesday, second half, we were diabolical. It's just get week after week after week now of just average performances / poor performances. And again, today's another one. You look at the bench today, it's almost like a dad and lads kind of a tournament event or something. There's no emphasis there on like a promotion pushing team there. You know, we can talk about the starting 11 all we want, but if one of those got injured today, who's there to come off the bench? You know, who's there to come off the bench other than Jamie Shackleton, who I felt should have actually started today, but that's a different matter. You know, Jamie Shackleton is in a different kind of stage of development to players like John Stevens, Leif Davis, etc, etc. Pascal Strauk as well. You know, it's not fair on these players as well. You know, we need other depth. We need more senior options in this team. You know, if the players like Forshaw, Roberts, if it looks like they're going to be injured for such a long time, we've got to bring in other replacements. We've got to have other options there as well. It's all well and good saying how good Forshaw and Roberts are. We know how good they are, but if not available to us, that means absolutely nothing. It means absolutely nothing, does it? Let's be honest. And that's a frustration. You know, it's just from the start. You know, you saw what the problems were. The games itself, you know, going on to the game itself, we started the game so slowly. Again, Isaiah Samuel, easy, fantastic out wide. causing us problem after problem after problem. Every time we went forwards, we looked suspect at the back for me. Ben White, Luke Ayling, probably the only two players who I felt played anywhere near to their usual levels today. The rest of the team I just thought was dire today, to be honest. You know, you can talk about the improved second half, but I don't really see it as that. I just thought QPR went a little bit sloppy, dropped deep. We didn't really properly put under pressure, did we? We kept making the wrong decisions in the final third. There was never a point in that game where I thought QPR were getting really nervy. I can't really remember their keeper making a save, other than their penalty. A penalty is a penalty. I'm talking about from open play here. Did the keeper make a save for them? You know, we can talk about how we missed chances, but we're not actually playing that well either. You know, we can talk about how the striker would solve the situation. I don't think it is just that. I think we've got to sort of really look at ourselves now and say, you know, performance-wise, we're not there. We're not taking risks with the ball. We're playing too conservatively. I look at the defence at times. You know, we're playing the ball at the back. Casilla to Cooper, Cooper to White, White back to Cooper, Cooper back to Casilla, Casilla back to Ayling, Ayling back to White. Bang, 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 bang. No, nothing. No real threat at all. Ball goes to Casilla, he hoops it up the pitch, we lose it, counter-attack QPR. It's the same thing. It's been the same thing for weeks now. We're not showing that bravery on the ball. You know, we're not showing that fearless attitude anymore, and it completely defeats the objects of Beelzebub for me. You know, when we're not taking the risks, it defeats the objects of it. That is what makes the difference between the risk and reward, which is what all Beelzebub is about. Yeah, we will take risks. We will concede the odd goal through making a mistake by doing that. When we're too fearful to take the risks, we're never going to get the rewards. And that was simple as that today. We never really looked like hurting QPR from the middle of the pitch. I think our only outlet was really Luke Ayling on the right hand side, putting a couple of lovely balls into the box to Bamford and Harrison. We missed them both horrifically. I think he put the through ball into Bamford in the first half, but unbelievable. We're talking to Bamford. I'm going to have to address the issue. I don't think I could look any more of a wanker now in the aftermath of my pre-match preview of the game if I'd done this post-match review naked after, you know, all the praise I was giving Bamford before it. Because let's be honest, he's missed chance after chance after chance today. I said he was going to score. I've made myself look really daft, haven't I, really? I'm not going to say specifically what I've made myself look like, but you guys know, really, don't you? But no, I'll take it on the chin. I've got to take that on the chin. I was too overconfident on that. But Bamford's not on it at the minute. He's not on it at all. Yeah, he still does the other bits and pieces, but he's missing chances now. And it is starting to cost us games. Yeah, I do rate Bamford as a player. You know I rate Bamford as a player. I think he's had a fantastic season. I think he's still a good option. I still think he's massively underrated. Yes, he has the odd game like this, where he's not a clinical finisher. I've never said he's a clinical finisher, but he does bring other aspects to the team, which I think are massively underappreciated. But today was not his day at all. It was not his day, and it's not just Bamford either. Costa, Harrison, Click, if you can tell me what their contributions were today, I would love to know. I didn't even notice Click was playing until sort of 20 minutes to go. And you know how much I like these players, but they're not performing at the minute. You know, there's some players who I feel are borderline on hiding at the minute. You know, not taking risks, too fearful, nerves are playing a factor. We've got to look at January. We've got to bring players in with a bit of experience, you know, sort of really toughen that team up. I think it's too nice a team as well. You know, I'm looking at what some of the players are saying in between games. I want it to be a bit tougher than that. You know, not just this, oh, we'll dress ourselves down, we'll get back into the next game, we'll win the next one, we did a lot of things right today. No, it's more than that. You've got to be tougher than that. You know, the best teams, you know, you even talk about Liverpool. You know, Liverpool won the Champions League last year, record amount of points, pre-season, Van Dijk and Klopp are practically going at each other. You know, almost like, you know, having massive rows, you know, in the middle of pre-season. That for me, everyone was going on a negative side of that. That for me shows a winning mentality. All this, let's be nice, let's accept each other's excuses, be a nice team. That's a load of rubbish. We've got to be tough now and say it's 1 win in 7, it's not good enough. Toughen up now. Seriously, toughen up or you're not going up. Simple as that. Look at Fulham. Brought in Michael Hector, keeping clean sheets, creativity, they'll get enough points. Brentford, front three, defence, solid, they'll get enough points as well. It's now down to us to step up as well. There's no way we can continue to do what we've done the last 7 or 8 weeks and have a cat in hell's chance of going up this year. Absolutely none. And that's me being truthful now. Absolutely none. I'm just sick and tired of seeing us make the same mistakes we made last season. And this is not like me, is it? This is not like me. I'll probably get a few comments about this. You know, have I been drinking, etc, etc. I'm being honest now, this is coming straight from the heart. We are making a real mess of this. We are making an absolute mess of this. You know, even more so than last season. Last season we were still playing well and not getting results. It was down to other bits and pieces. It was probably pure down to not taking chances. But this season I think it's more than that. You know, a lot gets mentioned about the, missing chances. But we're making errors at the back. Yeah, the goal today, yes, it's one of the worst refereeing decisions I've ever seen. How both the referee and linesman have missed it, I don't know. How they can think it's hit anything other than his arm. It's no natural movement in there that can possibly suggest that. End of the day, it's gone against us, but defending going into that, yeah, you know, when the rebounds happened, you know, Wells is totally on his own. Why is Wells totally on his own? Why are we still not marking properly? Why are we still making mistakes on set pieces? Not marking properly on corners. The attacking of set pieces as well. I can't remember the last time we've won a header on a set piece. Again, too nice, not aggressive enough. The team is not aggressive enough. You know, look, I know Pontus Jansson had to go, I know Ruth had to go, etc, etc, but I just want to see a little bit more aggression from the team, a little bit more fighting spirit, a bit more battling. You know, it was just such a meek, it was so weak today. Meek, it was everything about it. It was just, there was nothing there that felt there was any sort of urgency. You know, we're one down. You know, we're taking throw-ins, no one's shown for the ball, like different bits and pieces, and this whole team looks down, feeling sorry for itself, accepting each other's excuses. Oh, we'll pick ourselves up, it's alright, we created chance after chance after chance. It's more than that now. It's more than that now. We've got to seriously wake up in this situation now, sort January out, and just sort ourselves out. Individual form, it's just, everything seems to be going wrong. What I will say is that as much as I'm talking about defensive errors, the unit is just so frustrating at the moment, guys. We're making the same mistakes time and time again, conceding the same type of goals, missing the same type of chances, same type of problems in the middle of games. It's just so frustrating. We're not doing anything about it. And now you look at it and think, you know what, with Roberts out, with Phillips out for a couple of games, Bamford off form, I don't think the solutions are in the squad at the moment. I do think we need to go into the January window. And look, you know, sort of like 3 or 4 weeks ago, I was the total opposite. I was saying we've got all the options we need, but in terms of form, individually, it's massively dropped. We need to make changes. We need to re-energise that dressing room, bring in other options, and just have more options off the bench. You know, that's the thing. The depth is a massive problem. You know, and that's before we even consider things like burnout, because that's not even happened yet. You know, I think it's more down to individuals not performing. But guys, it's just not great, is it, at the minute? But in terms of the game itself, you know, I said about QPR starting the game well. We had a couple of chances. They score, you know, a goal that shouldn't be given. We know that. It's one of the worst decisions I've seen. And then second half, maybe we were a little bit better, but second half wasn't good enough either. You know, we're still doing daft things. You know, playing out the back and just no one taking risks. No one carrying the ball. You know, no one really, you know, Ben White, Liam Cooper. Ben White, to be fair, no, that's a bad example. Ben White, to be fair, did start to take the ball, but Cooper was getting the ball in so many great spaces. And what I noticed was that Wells started marking White and stopped him being able to do that. Ball went to Cooper. Cooper's got acres of space to run into, carry the ball, get us up the pitch. You know, just a couple of movements to forwards, take the ball forwards, get the fullbacks pushing up, so they've got passing options there. Midfielders pushing up, KP dropping in, push, get the ball at the pitch. But no, ball goes sideways, no risks, no one taking responsibility. That's your captain not taking responsibility there. I've said this before, I want players to step up now, and they have to step up now. Otherwise, you can forget it. You seriously, you can forget it, guys. And that's me being totally honest now. I'm not going to say for the sake of it and be all positive for no reason, because this isn't good enough at the moment. This isn't good enough. You know, yes, I know we're second in the table. I know this. We all know this. But in terms of the recent form, we can't keep, you know, bragging about that. We can't keep living off, oh, we were fantastic a couple of weeks ago. At the moment, we are not fantastic. We are a million miles away from that. And it's a problem for us, guys. But I think the positives are, we've got a big gap now to the Millwall game. The Millwall game is going to be a very tough game. Millwall, since Gary Rowett's took over, have done really well. I think obviously they're starting to score goals, good at the back. It'll be a tough game, that. It'll be a really tough game. Even at Ellen Road, it's going to be a tough game. It always is against Millwall, but especially a Millwall team that's in good form. It's just so difficult to understand how we are making this feel so difficult for ourselves. You know, the league is not great this season. Fulham have given us a 6-month head start with the terrible recruitment they did at the back. You know, defensively, they made some terrible recruitment. They didn't sort out a lot of problems for themselves. They've sorted it out now. Now they kind of, you know, got time to put a run together. Brentford, first 8 games. Terrible first 8 games. You know, gave us a massive head start. You know, even West Brom to an extent didn't start the season particularly well, but we've just not taken the initiative. Even when we had the chance in December, we're still not taking the initiative, and it's just the same things feel like happening again. You know, you're seeing those newspaper headlines, aren't you? Janssen helps Brentford to a promotion. Oh, Leeds have missed out on one here. You know, you just feel that's coming. And that's the massive fear. We've got a chance to sort it out. The January window, a couple of players in. You know, another striking option, so we can get that 70-20 split between Bamford, give Bamford a bit of a rest, etc, etc, rotate it around, rotate the team around a little bit, midfield, sort that midfield out, bring in a proper number 8, who can play alongside Click, if Roberts and Forshaw remain out, and I think that sorts a lot of the problems out. But, wow guys, it's just so difficult to understand why it's going so wrong at the minute, and maybe I've got it wrong, but I just think it's a really bad situation we're in at the moment, and it's not, you know, maybe it might seem a bit over the top, but it's more frustration, this post-match review. It's more frustration. It's so massively frustrating what we're doing to ourselves at the minute, and that's it guys, that's all I can really say. A nice cheery post-match anyway, but yeah, we've got a bit of a gap now. I think that's probably one of the main positives. I think we did need that gap between games as much as we could, but yeah, I'm going to leave it there guys anyway. It's frustrating, but you know, at the end of the day, we're still second. You know, even after all this, we're still second. It just shows how bad the league is this season, that we're still second after we're playing nowhere near as well as we did last season. We're making errors at the back, but somehow we're still second. And that's got to be a positive as well, in the sense that if we just get things right now, we can really kick on and move clear. You know, Bielsa, as I've said before, will get us promoted. What will cost us promotion is the players and recruitment. Players and recruitment. Tactically, Bielsa's got everything in the bag there to get us promoted. That's not being arrogant, but considering compared to the rest of the league, there's no one really like Bielsa. There's no one really playing when we play at our very best. You know, when players adapt to his system, there's not many teams that can live with us on our day. But it will be the players not taking risks, not playing to their potential, or injuries, recruitment. That will be what costs us this season, not Bielsa. And that's probably a commonly shared view. This is why I just feel, just give him the backing he deserves. Just give him the backing he deserves. You know, just sort it out. Sort it out, guys. I'm going to leave it there, guys. See you later. Make sure you let us know in the comments down below your thoughts as well. You know, do you want to see transfer windows in? Am I being massively over the top? Am I being dramatic? I don't know. But I'm going to leave it there, guys. Make sure you check out Joe's post-match review as well. See you later, guys.